On this cold January morning, come along for part 1 of Back to the Basics, where I'll take the 172 out for some private pilot check ride maneuvers that I haven't done for 18 months.
Information Bravo 1253 Zulu, wind 1907, visibility 10, taxi overlay 2000, temperature -5, dew point -10, altimeter 2997. East Coast, main ramp, X-ray Alpha, South X-ray Charlie, Mountain Site, 5 on this contact, give Bravo.
Well, good morning. Welcome back into November 3852 Lima, 1966 Cessna 172G model. And this is part 1 of a 2-part series today I'm calling Back to Basics. And this is where I'm going to go out into practice area and work on some flight maneuvers that I have not done since my private pilot check ride. In fact, this was spawned from a conversation on our most recent podcast, the Midlife Pilot Podcast, which if you have not had a chance to check that out, I encourage you to do so. The videos of those live recordings are here on this YouTube channel. We record every other Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Myself and co-host Brian Siskind, another new Midlife Private Pilot from the Nashville area, who is my co-host on the podcast. I'll put a link to it in the description, but check it out. Good, get this, bring this engine up, take a look at it. That is good power, 22, 23, heels to the floor. Right rudder, airspeed's alive. 40, 50. Or rotate. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 52 Lima, just off runway 23. We are making a slight right-hand turn out, departing the area westbound Fairmont traffic. Clarksburg approach, good morning, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, VFR request.
November 3852 Lima, Clarksburg.
52 Lima is a 172 slant off just off of Fairmont Airport. We'd like flight following. We're just heading out to the west practice area for some maneuvers at 3,500.
November 3852 Lima, squawk 0126.
0126 for 52 Lima.
November 3852 Lima's radar contact 2 miles southwest of the Fairmont Airport. Maintain VFR, altimeters 29905.
905, position checks for 52 Lima. Alright, so here's 3,500. This will be it's kind of going to be where we're going to set up to do our maneuvers. So we'll get our nose over. We'll do a cruise checklist once we get a little bit of speed. We're going to pull the power back pretty good, 2250 or so. Get the trim set for cruise here. Let's do a quick cruise checklist. Power adjust, trim adjust, mixture lean. So we'll go like up in here somewhere. We'll go ahead and lean a little bit. Won't need a whole lot. So let's work on slow flight. So the first thing I'm gonna do is pick a point and a heading. And to get into slow flight, people spend a lot of time thinking about how to get into slow flight. It's more about the actual flying of slow flight, right? So we want to be close to stall speed, a little bit above it, but to get into it, you just want to slow the airplane down, right? So you could do that any number of ways. So I'm going to bring in carb heat, I'm going to pull the throttle back. I'm inside the white arc, so I'm just going to start putting flaps in. I'm trying to maintain 3,500 while I do this, okay? Go ahead and get like as much of your flaps as you want in here. We're going to go with 30 degrees of flaps. And let's get slowing down here. We'll pull out some power. We'll keep adjusting trim as we do it. And we want to stay nice and coordinated. The 3650 is kind of where we are. So we're at 65 now. There. Let's do it at like 60 miles an hour, not knots for you knots people. Okay. This is pretty much 60. Now to make turns and such now, if I wanted to make a turn to north, I'm using mostly rudder, right? Because ailerons are less and less effective here at these slower speeds. Let's make a nice easy turn to to north. Nice and coordinated. And we'll go back to west. We've climbed just a little. We went through west. I was looking at the power plant as my waypoint. All right, from this configuration, it's pretty easy to demonstrate a power off stall. We would configure ourselves in a descent. The ACS says to configure yourself as if you're in a descent at approach speed for landing. So let's go ahead and pull the power. All right, and then you just start pitching. Keep those wings level. There's the stall. Full power. Let the nose come down. First notch of flaps comes up. Carb heat goes in. And recover to 3,500. Second notch. And remainder of the flaps out. And there's 3,500. Let's adjust our trim. Let's do a right-hand turn here, get a little bit away from the power plant, and pull some power back. 3,500. I'm going to actually wait and not do a power on stall today. I would like to do one with an instructor. So the airplane's cleaned up. That's a power off stall. We'll also count that as a clearing turn just there. Let's go find a point with which we can do a turn around a point. Okay, we're gonna want to enter on the downwind leg. So let's we'll count these as our clearing turns as well. We just did one to the right. Let's go ahead and do one to the left. Clear to the left. Clear to the right. Engine's in the green. We'll want to turn around and enter it facing the other direction, though, to be entering on the downwind side. And a turn around a point is just about 1,000 feet AGL or so, maintaining a common distance around the point that you choose. This is going to be hard for you guys to see. There's a tower on top of the of this hill, right off of my like 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna come over here so I can make a circle around it and enter on the downwind side of it. Like the peak of that tower is 2,000, so we're about 1,000 feet above that tower. So this is actually going to be pretty good. I want to widen out just a teeny little bit, and I'm gonna get turned around so that I'm entering the downwind side of it. All right, so we're coming into the downwind now. But this will be the fastest ground speed we'll have, right? So we're going to be zipping past it here. All right, there it is, off our left.
Calculate approach, 180, and level 8,000, direct
Friendly 180, Clarksburg approach, altimeter 29er at 904, expect a visual approach runway 18.
100 to 105 miles an hour. So now
Clarksburg friendly 180 as a request.
We're crosswind of the wind, so our airplane's getting blown away from our point. So this will be the steepest, through the steepest parts of the turn through here, because the aircraft is getting blown this direction.
Friendly 180.
So we're trying to maintain.
3852 Lima, approach, go ahead.
The friendly 180, we'd like to request direct John B today. We're going to do a couple turns in the hold today.
So I botched that
Friendly
pretty
180,
good.
roger. Expect direct John B in about 8 miles.
Thank you very much, sir.
See, we got too far in. I got too aggressive on my turn. We got too far into the point. We did not keep a very good equal distance, and I had to roll out of my turn. We did maintain our altitude and our airspeed, but not super great on the other part of it. So let's set up again. All right, there's our point off the left. Let's set up on it.
Friendly 180, descend to maintain 5,000, turn right, direct John B.
Down to 5,000, direct John B, friendly 180.
Friendly 180, hold north of John B as published. Advise whenever you're ready to go inbound towards Morgantown. The type of approach that you'd like, and how long do you think you'll be up there?
All right, we're
We will
now
go direct John B down to 5,000. At this time, we'll let you know when we're headed back into Morgantown or if there's any changes after a couple turns. Friendly 180.
It's all about just visual cues. Like it's not always about just like putting it on a spot on the wing and doing a thing. Like it's getting in front of me now. You just have to kind of feel this out. This is one of those, and that's a ground reference maneuver. This is exactly what it's for. It's to get you acquainted with the how things look on the ground when you're trying to, make decisions on approaching a landing site or gauging your distance, to another point, and making decisions on when to start your descent. I mean, this is all part of that training. Like we're way too close to the point compared to where we were on the other side of it. I think it's fair to say that my turns around a point could use some work. Yep. Let's go ahead and apply some power. Let's climb up to 3,500. We'll enrich in the mixture some to do this. Engine's green. We'll get back to 3,500. Then we'll get the airplane configured about 100 miles an hour or so to do a couple of steep turns. At 3,500. We're still clear of Clarksburg's airspace. There is 3,005. Pull the power back to like, I don't know, 2250, let's say. See if that gets us about 100 miles an hour. Those turns around a point will count as clearing turns. We were looking outside in all directions. We're going to try to do these at 100 miles an hour, 3,500. Then we're going to pick a point somewhere off of our nose that we can easily identify, still climbing, easily identify our starting point. So I'm going to go with this there's like a big retention pond or a big body of water or something up ahead here. That's going to be my aiming point where I'm going to start and end my steep turn. All right, we're 100 miles an hour, 3,600 feet. I'm going to do one to the left first. Okay, it's a 45-degree bank. That's on this attitude indicator. That's going to be over here between the two. It's got an actual tick mark for it. The old one did not in this plane. All right, let's do one to the right. So right rudder as we go in. Little back pressure. There's as we come through 30 degrees. And then hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. 45. Little power. Don't climb. Hold it, hold it. Keep that bank in. Keep that bank in. And roll out. Lost about 100 feet, so that was close. That was close. All right, let's do one to the left. We're supposed to go right into those, but, you know, get slowed down. I'll do it about 100. All right. All right, so we're climbing. And left turn. Lots of left rudder as we enter it. Now a little back pressure as we come through 30 degrees. Keep it coordinated, a little power. All right, easy, easy. Now let's try another one. I'm just not getting super, let's use the Shinson stacks here. Okay. All right, left. Little back pressure, little power. Little more left rudder, holy cow. Part of my problem is I'm overbanking. Initially, I'm letting that bank go too steep. You need to not do that. Like, to keep it at 45, little power. Keep your eyes outside too. That's the other thing. I was staring at these instruments, not really gauging what this is supposed to look like, which is a huge part of this exercise.
Well, I've hoped you enjoyed watching me struggle with these maneuvers today. It just goes to show how quickly you lose those skills if not practiced. Be sure to check out part 2 of this series where I'll do some various landing types in a pretty nice crosswind at Clarksburg. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.